What is going on, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? The ACMGS Gamer here. Today, we're here to talk about some stuff that has come up recently. Welcome to the new show I'm calling HoTTake, which is going to be my hot take on a few smaller little things that have happened throughout the community in general, or stories that I have personally dealt with certain things, or just my opinion on stuff. This is gonna be an alternate show to the Games and Things podcast um, that I did a couple of episodes with. My partner didn't really feel like continuing to do it, so I decided just to do this little show with a little bit of music in the background and give my opinion on some things that are happening now on the internet and things that I'm doing personally. So first of all, I have begun streaming on this channel. I have began streaming at 11:30 a.m. EST. Basically 11:30 a.m. my time on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I started streaming, doing a test stream this past Monday, and Tuesday I did about an hour-long stream as part 1 of Freedom Cry, and then hopefully I'll end up finishing Freedom Cry, which is the Assassin's Creed DLC, on Thursday. And then starting next week, next Tuesday, I'll start streaming Horizon Zero Dawn, because it's a game that hasn't been featured on my channel in stream or Let's Plays, so that'll be very interesting to try out. So come by, come say hi, watch the VODs. Just feel free to support me in any way you feel possible. So on our first topic, hot take, it's Star Wars. It's very big in the internet right now. There's a lot of things going on between the final season of the Clone Wars Season 7 and the Mandalorian. There's a lot of crossover. Also, May the 4th is coming out, so there are going to be a lot of deals and a lot of Star Wars praise and love is going to be going around. Currently, the 10th episode aired last Friday, and episode 11 should be airing this coming Friday. So that'll be good to watch. So far, we're 2 episodes into the final 4 episode arc, and personally, I have really enjoyed it so far. The different connections and everything that it has to the main series, meaning episode 3 is really good. No spoilers here. It's just really good, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. Staying on the subject of Star Wars, I have a question. Why is Star Wars Episode 5 considered one of the best? Like, I understand that it's the middle movie, and they decided, oh, I'll have the battle at the beginning. But the question is, why is it considered one of the best? I can understand that a lot of people think it's the best because, the twist at the end. I'm talking about Episode 5, where Vader goes, no, I'm your father. And Luke goes, no, and then he screams, and he falls down the thing, and Leia and Han pick him up in the Millennium Falcon at the edges of the end of Cloud City. I never really understood why a lot of people really liked that, and I actually got into Star Wars this past weekend because Thursday evening, I believe I started watching Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, one of my favorite Star Wars films of all time, and in my opinion, the best Star Wars film Disney has ever made. It's really good, and I wanted to watch Episode 4 to see how well Rogue One and Episode 4 ran into each other, and I said to myself, I'm just going to watch the beginning, and then I ended up watching the whole original trilogy, which was really cool. But yeah, that's my initial question. I don't understand why Episode 5 is so praised. I understand, the big twist in the middle, but it's like the big twist in the middle is the only thing that really makes it worthwhile to watch. I like Episode 4 because it's the beginning of the hero's journey, and I like Episode 6 because it's the end of the hero's journey. But yeah, I definitely really like Rogue One, and I definitely prefer the original trilogy over the prequels and over the new trilogy. Um, so with that being said, moving on to The Last of Us Part 2 has been in the gaming world. There will be no spoilers here, and the reason I say that is because there have been a lot of leaks and a lot of spoilers coming out. There was a game dev that this is not 100% confirmed, but apparently there was a game dev that was not happy with his pay and with the crunch time that they had to give. So he ended up leaking important plot details and everything out there. I, fortunately, have not been spoiled by the game, so I'm going to play through it still. I do not know if I will record it or stream it on this channel. If I do record it in any way, it more than likely will be for a review. And there are a lot of people that are currently thinking about not buying the second game at all because of the second story spoilers, and they've seen it and they're like, I'm not really interested. But I think even if you are spoiled and you do still want to play the game, props to you, because I think even if you see the second game's plot points and you are spoiled, I think the game is going to do a much better job at presenting these plot points than whatever you're imagining in your head as you're reading them. I think the game is going to be a better opportunity to explain itself, basically. And after the leak shortly came out, Naughty Dog decided that they were going to release their game June 19th, and they pushed back Ghost of Tsushima only by 3 weeks into July 26th, which isn't too bad because we're getting The Last of Us and we're getting Ghost of Tsushima, and both games are highly anticipated from fans on both sides of the aisle, Xbox and PS4. So we'll see how that goes. So this has been HoTTake. We covered Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and we also covered Episode 5, and we just concluded with Last of Us Part 2 leaks. I think we should wait. I don't think we are allowed to judge a game if you haven't played it. That's always been my thing. If you're a person who sits there and you watch videos on YouTube of games and you think, oh, this game sucks, I personally don't think you have a valid opinion because you haven't played the game yourself. Even though it may not look like fun to you, that doesn't necessarily mean it is a bad game. So with The Last of Us Part 2, my quota still stands that we have not played The Last of Us Part 2. Even though the major plot points have been leaked, we have not played the game. So we don't know how the game plays. Therefore, we don't have a valid opinion on anything related to it. But thank you guys for watching. Again, sorry, I meant to end it there and I ended up ending it a little early. But that's been HoTTake. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.